Welcome back students for Susie's Biology. Let us revise the important points to remember in the topic fruits. And what is a fruit? After ripening, the mature ripened ovary is termed as fruit and the ovarian wall changes into pericarp. And this pericarp, it consists of three layers, namely epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. These are the three layers of the pericarp. And epicarp, it is otherwise called as exocarp and it is the outermost layer, and the inner one is middle mesocarp. It becomes the pulp of the fruit, and the innermost layer surrounding the seed is termed as endocarp. So these are the different layers of the fruit wall. And now we will come to the types of fruits. Based on the formation, we are having three types of fruits, namely true fruit, false fruit and parthenocarpic fruit. What is meant by true fruit? It develops only from ovary. So example, mango and coconut. And the false fruit, the other parts like thalamus or inflorescence or calyx, so they can be modified into fruit. So apart from ovary, other parts in the floral parts, they become as a fruit and it is termed as false fruit. And parthenocarpic means without fertilization, seedless varieties. So they are known as parthenocarpic fruits. And now let us discuss about the three types of fruits, namely simple, aggregate and composite fruits. So what are simple fruits? So the simple fruits, they develop from a mono or a multicarpellary syncorpus ovary. Syncorpus means fused corpus. So here we can see in the diagram simple fruits. They develop from a fused corpus, syncorpus, single ovary. So it is termed as simple fruit, and in aggregate they will develop from multicarpellary or monocarpellary apocarpus ovary. That is the major difference between simple and aggregate fruits, whereas in multiple fruits they develop from inflorescence. So these are the three types of fruits. So simple fruits from syncorpus ovary, simple syncorpus, aggregate apocarpus and multiple inflorescence. You can keep it remember like this. And now let us see the types of simple fruits. There are two types. So the first one is fleshy fruits. So simple fruits is divided into two types, fleshy and dry. So the fleshy fruits, we can differentiate the fruit walls. That is, we can differentiate as epicarp, endocarp and mesocarp in the fleshy fruits. So they will have a soft pericarp, and these are the different types of fleshy fruits, namely berry, drupe, pome, pepo and balastar, hesperidium. So these are the five main types are berry, drupe, pome, pepo and hesperidium, and balastar is also there. So these are the different types of fleshy fruits. So you can see the examples of fleshy fruits. So the first one berry. Berries are always juicy in nature. Example tomato. So the outer epicarp is soft and the fruit is fleshy. And the second one is drupe. It is otherwise known as stony fruit. So the famous example is mango and it has a stony endocarp. And the mesocarp is the edible part. And in pepo, cucumber is the example. And the next one, hesperidium, orange is the example. And next one is pome. Apple is of pome type and it belongs to the false fruit because thalamus is the edible part of the fruit and thalamus becomes a fruit. So apple is a false fruit and strawberry also. And the next one is balasta, pomegranate is the example. The next one is dry fruits. So dry fruits, the definition is they cannot be differentiated into three layers. That is, we cannot say which is epicarp, endocarp and mesocarp. They are not well differentiated. And there are two types of dry fruits, namely dehiscent and indehiscent. What is meant by dehiscent fruit? In some dry fruits, the pericarp will broken down and the seeds are scattered or dispersed and they are said to be dehiscent and they burst open on maturity. Whereas indehiscent fruits, they does not open at maturity. They open either by deterioration or spread or consumption by animals. Then only they will split up. So these are the two types of dry fruits, dehiscent and indehiscent. So in the dehiscent, we are having four types, namely legume, lumentum, follicle and capsule. How to remember this one? Let us create a story. And this dehiscent fruit, after maturity, is wearing a cap, falling in the ground. Because of wearing a new leggings, the brand name is lumentum. So you can easily remember legume, lumentum, follicle and capsule. And next one is indehiscent. So the famous examples are Cypsella, Akin, Caryopsis, Nut and Samara. These are the types. And how to remember this one? Let us create a short story. Cypsella is a girl. She is suffering from Akin and she go to doctor and the doctor consulted. After consultation, said it as a new disease called Caryopsis and she advised her not to worry and asked her to take Nut and Samara in order to cure from this disease. Like that, for any difficult points and terms, you can create short stories. And these are the different types of dry dehiscent fruits. So the first one, follicle, example is delphinum. Legume, example is pea. Siliqua, example is cabbage. Next, silicula, it is present in a shepherd's purse because of its appearance. And lumentum, example is sophora. And these are the other examples. So according to the split up, whether the seed is dispersed at the locules or compartment or valves, where it is splitting up. So according to that, we are having many types of dry dehiscent fruit. So you can see the image and examples. And these are the indehiscent fruits. So they won't split at maturity. So the types are Akin, example clematis, nut, hazel is the example, Cypsella, dandelion is the example, Caryopsis, wheat is the example, and Samara, elm is the example, and for utricle, Chenopodium is the example. And next we will come to aggregate fruits. So aggregate fruits, they develop from multicarpellary apocarpous ovary, and the fruits make a bunch of fruitlets and each fruitlet combine together to form a fruit. And that type of fruit is termed as etario, that is bunch of fruitlets. It is termed as etario. So the fruit may be of different types, either the fruitlet may be of follicle or drupe or akin or any variety, and according to the bunches. So if the fruit is having a bunch of follicles, it is termed as etario of follicles. Example, calotropis. The first image is calotropis. And second example is raspberry. It is the example for etario of drupes. So each single fruit is of drupe variety. So raspberry, etario of drupes. And the next one is etario of akins, strawberry and lotus. So each fruit in the lotus, the first image indicates the lotus, each fruit is of akin type and there are bunches of akin. So it is called as etario of akin. Similarly, Annona and Palealthea are the examples for etario of berries. Each fruit is a berry type. So the fruitlets and they combine together to form the etario of berries. And the third type of fruits are multiple fruits. They are otherwise called as composite fruits. So they develop from inflorescence and they are known as false fruits, mostly false fruits. And there are two types, sorosis and syconus. Sorosis means they develop from the inflorescence. The inflorescence may be of any type, spikes, spadix or catkin type of inflorescence. And the example is jackfruit. And syconus, they develop from a special type of inflorescence called as hypantodium. So hypantodium inflorescence. So here S is missing. Sorry, inflorescence. It is inflorescence. So these are the types of multiple fruits. And the last type of fruits are parthenocarpic fruits. So they develop without fertilization. That is, they are seedless varieties. Examples, watermelon, grapes, banana, pineapple, etc. So you can see the seedless watermelon here. And these are the parthenocarpic fruits. And there are also geocarpic fruits. Do you know what is geocarpic fruits? The fruits which are underground. Example, arachis, groundnut. They are called as geocarpic fruits. And the last part of the morphology of flowering plants is the seed. So the seeds are defined as the fertilized developed ovules. They become as seeds and these are the parts of the seeds. Seed coat, embryo and cotyledon. The outermost layer is called as the seed coat. and inner seed coat we are having the embryo, and which will become as radicle and plumule part. And the cotyledons, there are two types of cotyledons, monocotyledons and dicotyledons. So single cotyledon means monocots, and two cotyledons means dicots. And the seed coat is having two layers, namely outer testa and inner tegment layer. So these are the seed, important points in the seeds. So with this, we have finished the morphology of flowering plants. In the next session, we will see about the anatomy of flowering plants. Kindly comment, share and subscribe for the next chapters. Keep watching. Thank you.